guys, so we're back here on the workbench, and I removed all the masking tape from the fretboard and just gave the fretboard a quick clean with some Dunlop fret cleaner and fretboard cleaner, and just gave it some lemon oil to condition the fretboard. And it's now strung up to pitch, still with the old strings, because I want to, we've just taken material off the fret, the whole fretboard here with our frets, and we might have to adjust the truss rod again and the bridge action down here and whatnot. So let's start by taking our notched straight edge here, and let's place it on the fretboard to see how much relief we have in the neck. And let's shoot for 10 thousandths here at the 7/8 fret. Right now it doesn't seem like I have that much. I have a little bit actually, but it might be something like 0.6 instead. Yeah, 6,000, or a little closer to, I don't know, 8,000 maybe. Yeah, it might be 8,000 of relief up here. So we might, want to adjust. Oh, sorry about that. We might want to adjust the truss rod a little bit in order to get everything down. Yeah, the 10 is not going to slip right under. But for now, let's just see if we can get, let's just keep the truss rod where it is, and let's just take a look at the action at the 12th fret, or the 17th fret I meant to say. And right now it's a little hair below 1.6, so I might just take the saddle and just bring it up a quarter of a turn, something like that, and just check that the saddles are sitting flush still. And we're going to take a look quick at the 17th fret on the low E, and maybe we can give that the same adjustment just to see where that leaves us. And just check the saddle that it's square, and it's not quite. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to check. I would say we were 1.6 on the high E, and a little above that on the low E. So we're just going to get our string radius gauge out here again and start matching the saddles. So we can basically take the saddles up a little bit again here, in order to get it to match the fretboard radius. So I'm just going to give it a quarter of a turn, and I reckon it's not much that it's going to need in order to get us to the height that we want to match the radius, but just take it little at a time, see what happens. Just make sure that the saddles are nice and flush, and we can just go in and check it again here. Place the gauge. So the B string and the D string could come up a tiny bit, so we're just going to do that and see what that does. Maybe take the A string up a little bit here. Just give it a little turn. And the B string could use a little more. We're just going to give it that and see what happens. Might take the G up a little more, just a hair. Might just take the A down a little bit. Make sure that our saddles are sitting somewhat flush. Might just have to take the B string down a little. Let's see what that gives. Okay, take it up a little more. Okay, so we are matching the radius of the fretboard now. I will tune it to pitch and just go over the fretboard, the relief of the fretboard again, and just check that everything is, you know, as it's supposed to. And we can come back and take a look at some of the other things that we might need to change. So, right, guys. So everything's fine. The notes are playing perfectly. They are ringing out. I don't have all of that buzzing that I was talking about before. So now we just quick want to check that our, you know, first fret action is somewhere in the ballpark. And I have a 20 thousandths feeler gauge here, which should be somewhere around what the low E should be. And it slides under there without lifting the string or anything. So we're basically good there. I have a 16 thousandths feeler gauge right here for the low E, the high E, sorry, and yeah, the high E might be a, you know, a little too high, but right now it seems fine, and I'm not sure that I want to go in and adjust anything on that right now, so I might just leave it there. But a thing that we could basically take a look at would be the pickup height, and we can go down and adjust that. And we basically want our bass side pickups to be 2 millimeters from the strings, and our treble pickups to be 1.6 millimeters from the string. So we can go down here at the other end and we can take a look at that, guys. So if I get you positioned right here, you should hopefully be able to see the pickup adjustment. And you know, I will find some feeler gauges that will match what we're after. So I have a 40 thousandths feeler gauge right here and 24 thousandths right here, and I'm just going to, you know, stack them together and measure things out that way. So I'm going to press down the last fret for the high E string, and I've just lowered those pickups here, so I'll have to bring them up. But let's check the bridge pickup. It needs to come up as well. So I'm not sure that these pickups, you know, have been adjusted properly at some time, but we'll just get them somewhere in the ballpark, and hopefully they will sound even better than they did before without the setup. But you know, we'll see that when we play the guitar. Okay. So let's just go in and check again. Okay, just gone a little too far there, but we'll just go a little back and we'll check it again. And that's alright. We just have to take that one down a little bit, and we should be good to go. Yeah, that seems fine. We can just take the bridge pickup up a little bit, and we should be good to go there as well. That seems fine. Okay, so we're going to get out another feeler gauge to get to our, you know, 2 millimeters. So just take 16 thousandths here, which will add up to 2 millimeters for the bass side. So let's check that. And that one seems to be there almost, maybe just a little too high. Yeah, we can do with that. I'll just give it a little bit. That's fine. That one can come up a little bit. So that's fine, and that's fine. Okay, so we now have the pickups adjusted, 1.6 millimeters on the treble side and 2 millimeters on the bass side. When I put on new strings, I will clean up the bridge down here and take out the saddles and clean them up. But we should basically be good to go now. Might have one last thing to check down here, which is the input jack, because it's loose, and I suspect that when I put a cable in, it's going to short out, and there's going to be no sound because the plug is twisted around inside. So we might take a look at that later. But the guitar is set up now, and it looks really good. Fretboard looks nice. I have to see about the nut, what I will do there. I might just go ahead and replace it with a bone nut, I don't know yet. But we can take a look at that at some other point. But the main concern was to get this guitar up and running, and it is now. Yeah, I will take it to my studio monitors and my effects and play through it and see how it sounds, and I will surely make a sound demo on this and a review of this guitar. So yeah, we can take a look at the jack plug a little later, and basically we should be good to go. So I'll see you guys.